Look, if I can just zip through that, just to give you a bit of an idea what we're thinking. First of all, it's we feel it's a really well-balanced squad, a good mixture of experience with some not necessarily younger guys, but new guys coming in to add that enthusiasm and hunger, which is required for a big long campaign. We get confidence from having veterans like Thorne and King in the 4-pack, alongside Nasi Manu as a new captain. To accompany quite an exciting backline. We look at the back three with Ben Smith and Buxton, Patrick Osborne, for example, just to name three of the 18 backs that we've selected. Gives us some real ability in the back three as we had in the past couple of years, but also gives us some confidence and comfort that we've got three quality 10s as well. So all in all, I think the key word for us is it's quite a balanced squad in what's been a bloody difficult competition in the last couple of years.
Talk us through the front row, the new guys in front row.
Yeah, so that's an area that we've lost a couple of players, and so having the likes of Diaz from Argentina, which is, I think philosophically for me, having a player from outside or unknown from us personally is not such a bad thing. We've experienced some really positive stuff with James Haskell. Fumiaki Tanaka has been another player that is not necessarily from New Zealand, but is added to the team. So getting a young Argentinian test prop who's played a handful of games for Argentina but has come through the grades is really exciting. I guess the fact that he's, whilst he's young, he's still got the likes of Thorne behind him. He's got King, Mafufe is on his third season. So in terms of experience, I think we've got that well balanced.
The choice of co-captains in the squad, was this an easy decision or was it a hard decision with many others in consideration?
No, I think it was a relatively easy decision. We looked at the qualities that we wanted in our leaders, and those two fellas there stand above quite clearly a lot of the other players with regards to they play well and are two of our best players, so that's a key for us. Two, they lead by their own actions, so whilst they're inexperienced, they do have the respect of both the management and the playing group, and they put their performance first, so that's really key the way we want to go. And three, they're hungry to help us get the team back on track, and I guess and they've been part of that, the Hollanders, for the last 3 to 4 seasons, and that was another key ingredient. There's other leadership options out there, the likes of Thorne, King, guys who have played a lot of rugby, but we feel that this is a new start for us as a team, and with that goes hand in hand new captains and leaders.
Sticking with Ben Smith, All Blacks, he's a centre-come wing. Is he still a Holland fullback?
Yeah, at this stage, yep, absolutely. So we look at him first and foremost as a fullback. He's played a test match at centre last week, so that might have changed things. At the end of the day, that's his versatility in playing any one of those positions is what we see as real value for us as coaches. I'll put him in the loose forward if we had to, just get him on the field.
I mean, last year didn't go too well, you alluded to that. How different might it be? Is there a new direction with this team?
Well, I think rugby's still pretty simple. I think what we got wrong is the balance of our team, and subsequently to that, then our culture was affected. So what's been a strong part of this team since I was involved with rugby myself, and now Brownie and other guys have had come from other provincial unions and come down south, is that the team culture, which you see in the Otago team this year and last year, and you've seen recent times with the Highlanders, has been a real big reason why the teams have been successful and play for each other. So that's clearly the direction we want to go, and we think with the leaders that we've selected are the right guys to put that in place.
Scott, tell us about Malachi Fekitoa and what you like about him.
Yeah, I first saw Malachi New Zealand 20s camp last year. Through ineligibility, he was unable to be selected, but his work ethic and his diligence to the detailed position, his hunger to learn, I was really impressed with that initially, and then watching him in the last 2 years in the ITM Cup for Auckland, he's been extremely powerful and explosive, and his work rate, he just doesn't stop, and he does that with, like I say, a lot of power and a lot of speed and hunger, so definitely feel he deserves a position at this level.
Jamie, Kurt Baker didn't quite succeed last time. Hear what's changed for you in his game that makes him a new prospect again?
Yep, what I said to Kurt is he really was an unlucky non-selection last year, and that was on the basis that we got Nonu late in the piece. It wasn't a planned move. His his availability came late in the piece, and he took basically the spot he took was Kurt's. So never really lost trust in Kurt. Just lost an opportunity to sign him as a contractor player. Therefore, his options with the Sevens excelled. So, look, he's well renowned in the Sevens game. He's got gold medals, etc. In that team, but he wants to play 15s, and so it's really good to get him back.
What's your expectations next season?
Yep. So every time we go out to play Heppers, we'll get there to win. So that would be our expectation as coaches. I think the key difference between this year and last year is you guys don't expect us to win. So that's got a nice thing going forward to 214.
Is that a big thing, do you think?
Well, not necessarily. I think our processes in terms of how we prepare the team still pretty consistent. We've got Brownie that's joined our ranks and basically takes head of the attack in conjunction with myself with the forwards. So what that does is free up Scotty and JP and myself to do concentrate on other things and spend more time with the individual, more time with the players. So we hope that has an effect on the team. We can see in other teams that are playing Super Rugby, e.g. The Blues and the Hurricane, in fact all the other teams that have got a similar setup, and in last year suggest that they were more successful. That'd be part of that reason. So yeah, look, we want to go out and we want to perform the best of our ability. I think if we do that, we're going to win some games. I look at the experience of our team and again, once again, the hunger that's going to come through. We played the Blues. It was our first game. If I think about the last time we played Blues, we won. So we'd have to go into that game relatively confident, but it's not a sprint, is it? We don't finish till August, and if we're going to be of any worth, then we have to plan a campaign and prepare for a campaign that lasts 6 months. And I think when you do that, you understand just how tough it can be, especially when you get the likes of your key number 8 lost in the first 15 minutes of the game and other key players. So, I mean, those are our expectations, and that's how we sort of see. But rugby's it's a funny old thing, isn't it? You lose a couple of key players, and it gets difficult. I think we've had our fair share of that, so I think it's our year to put that aside.
Now, you've released the uniforms this morning as well. Green's obviously back, huge talking point, and less maroon used in the home uniform. What's your opinions on the new uniforms?
Yeah, no, wrong guy, mate. If I work out how many games we won in either colour, that would be the one I'd be choosing. So, yeah, you might need to ask the other fellas that.
Well, the first five's around at the moment, Jamie. Will he really be ahead of a player maybe like Ehai or West, or what's the thinking there?
Yeah, no, good question. I think with Ehai, he's surprised a lot of us, hasn't he? He's sort of come and he started that out here against the Otago team where he was a young guy and come through the ITM Cup, and by the end of the season he was one of the form first 5'8". So I guess we can't wait around until the end of the season to see who's going to actually come through. We're committed to 2 of our first 5'8" who are also young guys, and we just felt the experience. I mean, Willie's on his fifth year campaign at Super Rugby level. He's been a starting first 5'8" for all those teams. He plays slightly different to the other fellas, so again, it's about balance. We've got 2 young, exciting 10s coming through, one for Otago, one for Wellington, both involved with finals rugby in their respective teams, and then we've got a guy who's been there, done that. So I think as a threesome, it's not a bad balance there.
Tony, you'd have been happy with the reward for those Otago players who worked so hard for you throughout the year, getting a chance next year?
Yeah, really exciting for those boys. It's just reward, really. They've had outstanding campaigns in the ITM Cup and probably played pretty well for the last 2 years, so it's just great for them to get a chance at Super Rugby, and I'm sure they're looking forward to it as well.
And they understand the step up between the two?
Oh, they will pretty soon, I'd say.
Who's going to fill the void left by Case Moose?
Yeah, well, to be confirmed. Big Case is still in Dunedin, so still got relatively long arms, so we might pull him back in and give us a hand. He's basically working out his own commitment, so at this stage I haven't ruled him out.